Okay, so sorry about that. Here we are running UNOBTANIUM settings, max everything, but I turned down some ray tracing options, which I showed as low in the settings menu. So basically we're running UNOBTANIUM settings with low ray tracing. I put them on to low, and because of it, we're getting almost 100 frames per second in all the areas of the game. When I'm not streaming, I get like 95 frames per second here. So that's cool, running UNOBTANIUM settings at roughly 90 frames a second, minus some ray tracing. It's my opinion, I'd rather have more frame rates. If I could get double the frame rates, but the image looks 10 or 15% less quality, I'll take it. I'd rather have high frame rate and a little less image quality than turning everything ultra and getting 40 frames a second. Kind of like Cyberpunk. I'd rather keep ray tracing off and run it in 80 to 90 FPS 4K native than turning on FSR this or ray tracing that. This is extremely playable though. But if your graphics card's struggling, you want to turn down the ray tracing ones. Here it says applying a higher value may lower performance if the graphics card doesn't support ray tracing. So I put that to low. But look at the difference, medium and high. Can you see the difference? I can't see the difference. Very, very tiny. And then diffused reflections, you got, there's max, there's low. Can you see the difference? It's very mild, but it uses up tons of processing power. Now this one does make a difference. You'll see low, medium, high, very high, ultra, and max. But max and ultra are about the same. Versus off and low. So I just put it to low. But this is ray tracing, this is ray tracing. Diffuse reflections, specular reflections, and sun contact shadows. Turn them to low. Everything else is maxed out ultra, including object detail and streaming distance. So if you want to, let me just make sure I didn't undo anything there. But you want to do UNOBTANIUM settings, and to get more frames per second, you want to run low diffuse reflections and low, where is it? Specular reflections, diffuse reflections, and sun contact shadows. There you go, apply. Those three settings, boom. 96 frames per second. And if I was streaming, it'd be over 100 if I wasn't streaming. And we're using quality FSR with frame generation. But yeah, this is very playable.
We can extend the Navi area for more visitors. I hope the clans will keep visiting us.
I should do something nice for Jin. Maybe new air filter pods.
And if you want to see what it looks like 4K with no upscaling, I can turn upscaling off. So now we're on UNOBTANIUM settings, -3 ray tracing options, 4K native resolution, 70 frames per second. $80 frames a second. Yeah, this is really cool.
Thank you for these gifts. Thank you for these gifts.
Gotta get some meat. I think it increases attack damage 35%. See, it says the bonus 25% to energy, but doesn't actually say the other part. But yeah, if you want to run high frame rate unobtainium settings, it is possible with a AMD Radeon graphics card. You just have to turn down the ray tracing option and turn on frame generation. And I'm anxious to see what frame generation will look like after a few more revisions. It's going to be perfect. DLSS had some issues at the beginning. But what I don't get is how come Starfield looks pretty bad compared to this and runs worse. You know, that is very unoptimized. This looks a lot better than Starfield graphics.
Ready to ride?
But I guess Bethesda's going to be putting a lot of work into Starfield.
There you go, Hawk.
Give him that fresh wolf meat. I guess you're supposed to be level set. Oh, it shows the levels. Well, I guess I'll go run a mission quick. Running these in unobtainium settings.